as well. And it looks like that eye is closing up a bit on him. Left hook from Barrera this time. And then a right hand. It's been a good round for Morales until that last 20 seconds or so.
Yes, I had to give Morales that round. He was the busier. Barrera was looking tight. He got a good finish to the round. Barrera just sucked it up from somewhere. But Morales just doing the better work of the two. The cleaner punching and looking stronger.
His right eye looking bad.
Well, that's how I've got it. Just 2 points separating them, but I've got it in Barrera's favour.
Well, I've got it Barrera by 1, and there was a punch about quarter of a minute from the end of that round, a body shot that seemed to take a lot out of Morales, I thought.
Well, I think at this stage in the fight, any shot is going to hurt them. You know, they're desperately tired. You know, they're just hanging on. This is all about guts and determination now. You know, fitness just doesn't do it at this stage in the fight.
I suppose the possibility of the draw might be on the cards here as well, and this wouldn't be like Lewis Holyfield won that sort of draw. It would be a great draw, maybe.
It would be. It's a shame not to find a winner in a fight as great as this.
Certainly nobody deserves to lose it. Here's the last round of it. And this might be the most memorable yet. And that would be saying something. Look at Barrera throwing these punches. He's come out really quickly.
Well, he managed to stop Kenny McKinney in the 12th round of what was another superb fight to win Barrera. Can he pull it out here and stop Morales in the last round?
The pre-fight odds of 5-1 on Morales, 4-1 against Barrera have been made to look ridiculous here. Just listen to the crowd. Morales' right eye is pretty bad.
But Morales still got some bounce in the legs, looking to get some angles, get some leverage to get his punches on.
Who can lift himself to take this last round? They must be on the last ounces of energy, even after all the high altitude training that both of them did for this fight.
Well, you talked about machismo, you talked about drama, Ian. We're seeing all of it here.
It's a never-to-be-forgotten thriller, this. Barrera having the better of the last round for me as well so far. Started so quickly.
Yes, Morales looking a little bit tired on the back foot. Barrera looking to be the boss, take the center of the ring and just keep pushing forward.
Has Barrera just made sure of it here? Always a danger, of course, trying to read the minds of the judges. But that's a big left hook from Barrera as well. Morales gets himself out of that spot of danger. But Barrera has won this last round, I think. And he goes down on one knee, and that's going to be a knockdown. Morales is complaining, and that might be crucial. He says, no, it wasn't an authentic knockdown. But it is counted as such, and that'll make it 10-8 on the scorecards, unless Morales comes up with something very dramatic. That might have been crucial. That might end the arguments. And we have 10 seconds left here. 10 seconds left on a fight and a night to remember for as long as boxing goes on. There it is, it's over. What an absolute barn burner of a contest that was. Wow.
Well, Ian, I think everybody that's in attendance here tonight, me included, will remember this fight for as long as they live, and will remember one thing: they were there, and that's something you'll always be able to say. You were here.
Quick comment from Wayne McCulloch. Who did you think won it, Wayne?
Well, it was, first of all, a super fight. Great fight. I have Barrera winning 7 rounds to 5, and especially with that 10-8 round in the last. He should win this fight. Definitely should win the fight. Or else he looked like a beaten fighter at the end, and Barrera still came on strong. he should be the new champion.
I'd go along with that. I've got it Barrera by 2, and Glenn?
I've got Barrera by 4. 4 points. I give it 10 in the last round. It was looked like a punch and a knockdown. So a 10-8 round, that could be very, very crucial.
Well, Barrera, there were question marks against him. Now, was that an authentic knockdown?
Looked different. Looked a little bit different there from the...
Bit questionable, wasn't it?
A little bit. When you see it again, you see it in slow motion.
But it'll be scored 10-8, so I'd correct my card. I'd have to give it to Barrera by 3 if you count that 10-8. If you count it 10-8. Questionable, isn't it? So we await the verdict of Dalby Shirley, Dwayne Ford and Carol Castellano, the 3 Nevada judges. Wayne McCulloch, myself and Glenn McCrory all think Barrera did enough to upset the favourite and inflict a first ever defeat on Eric Morales.
I think summing it up, he just looked the boss out there, Barrera. He just looked more solid of the two. His defense stood up better. You know, Morales, a little inexperienced, it seemed, just came apart under a bit of pressure from Barrera. The hands came down. You know, maybe that was a little bit of macho coming into it and just making a few mistakes.
Here we go.
A round of applause, please, for 2 fighters at 122 pounds that fought their hearts out here at the Mandalay Bay of Las Vegas. We go to the scorecards and we have a split decision.
Well.
Dwayne Ford scores the bout 114 to 113 for Barrera. Carol Castellano scores the bout 114 to 113 for Morales. And Dalby Shirley scores the bout 115 to 112 for the unified champion by split decision. De Sonanotre, Tijuana, Mexico, Eric Morales.
Well, Morales has got it, and a lot of people are shaking their heads, including Lou DiBella, the boss of HBO, the big American TV company who do most of the big fights over here. And there are boos around this arena, and I have to say, I think they got that wrong. And that, at the end of such a great fight, just is something that leaves a bit of a bad taste. What do you think, Glenn?
Well, they're throwing beer into the ring. A lot of people are disappointed. I think that was definitely a Barrera win, but I think the ridiculous thing was the final judge gave it by Dalby Shirley by 3 points, and that was just ridiculous.
It was a great fight, but I really do think that Barrera won it. But Morales, look in the books tomorrow morning, remains unbeaten and becomes unified champion.